Late night glow from the laptop screen. Old fights roll like a memory. We break down every hold, every heartache. Heroes fall, then they rise again. We feel the bruise behind the glory. We live for every comeback story. From the indie halls to the Titans ring. We hear the crowd roar. We feel everything. Oh yeah, this is the value of wrestling, where the broken keep on pressing. Every scar, every chant, every blessing. We are contenders and not pretenders. We keep the flame alive forever. On the mic, in the ring, we're confessing. This is the value of wrestling. We talk dreams that were almost lost. Blood and time, what it really cost. Laugh about the road, cry for the gone. But in every tale, the fight lives on. We call the truth behind the curtain. Every doubt that once felt certain. From the rookie hope to the aging king, we raise the names high. We let them sing.
Oh, you didn't know?
Value of wrestling.
You know it's the value of wrestling. And ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We are back. And we're live with the weekly Roundup podcast right here on YouTube. And it looks like we are live on TikTok. So give us some love on TikTok. Give us some love on YouTube. We are live. And ladies and gentlemen, it's about time. It's been a long time in the making. But
It's your boy, Mr. Z.
yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the house. Welcome back to the party. The one, the only, Mr. Z.
What is up, folks? I'm here.
Something went wrong here. Hold on.
Oh, no.
Okay, pop out. There we go. Now, let me get us back on TikTok because I hit something by accident. So give us a second. We'll be back on TikTok. There we go. Me. Get out.
Me.
Oh, we're having too much fun, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, that is meat slapping meat. I think Mr. Z had a kick when I sent him that song to him. It's killer.
I'm actually going to use it on the next rebound. Let's put it that way.
Well, and then we have the other one that's, Mr. Z. Where's the other one here? Give me 1 second. We'll have it a little fun. We're a little slow. We're not in a big hurry to get talking, so bear with us as we're having a little fun of the reunion. Then there's always this.
That's it right there.
Big Z in the place. In your face. Bobby, you should see this. El Jefe.
I don't know why they said Bobby in that song, but El Jefe. The Jefe.
And y'all better mark out.
Get out.
Get
out.
Y'all better mark out or get out.
Life, man. Woo. And it's warm again.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We're going to talk about this week in professional wrestling. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate you tuning in. We're going to talk about it. But this is a song Mr. Z doesn't want to hear, I know.
You better not.
Oh, my friend.
No, don't. We don't. No. No.
He's
fine where he's at.
We're not gonna go Joe
He went
Henry.
away.
We're not gonna go Joe Henry on this.
Hey, we don't talk about Joe Hendry on my channel, just so you know, because I'm still mad about that whole thing. To this day, I'm still mad about it. Couldn't at least make the kid laugh. You know, he's right there seeing somebody he wanted to see.
Yeah. Let's see. Here we go. This is another great character. We're going to introduce the world to El Gringo Luchador eventually.
Eventually.
Everybody's good with it.
A cowboy from California in a foreign land.
They'll love it. They'll love it.
Searching for the hidden secrets of the foreign land. He traveled to the border.
Of course, I can bring back good old Bravo Tango.
Hey, I heard he did good things too.
Yep. Bravo Tango did some great things. He won a battle royal, even though we got beat up by Chima.
There's a match I want to see. Bravo Tango and Chima.
Maybe.
We'll do it. We'll even do it. We'll put him in a King of the Jungle match.
We can also, Shima. I guess we just need a time and place in a ring, right? I don't know. Of course, this is my new theme song.
Every day.
But yeah, no, I've gotten into making theme songs. So if anybody's looking to want to know how to make a theme song, hit me up. Anyways, Value Wrestling Weekly Roundup. What you want to talk about?
Who's champ?
Who's the champ? Where? There's so many places to talk about. Who's the champ? Where's the champ? How's the champ? Oh, you mean the champ of the greatest belt in professional wrestling?
Yeah, that'll look real nice right here.
Well, I think you gotta come earn that shot. You know, Value Wrestling Championship belt, made by the one and only West Coast Designs. I mean, talk about a championship belt. I mean, you got to see it in person to believe it. I mean, the work he did, the detail he did on this. I mean, it's stellar. Well worth all the money that was spent. No, not at all. But so you want to talk about the new undisputed heavyweight champion? You want to talk about the rumors and are we still good? Okay, maybe a little behind. You want to talk about the rumors that everybody's yelling and hooping about? Yeah, Drew McIntyre was mad when he walked out. Drew McIntyre was upset. Drew McIntyre got screwed. I'm like, if Drew McIntyre was coming to the ring and he was pissed off, I would be too in all the theories of the storyline, because he beat Cody. Said that if I beat Cody, you don't get any ring matches. Never will you get a rematch as long as I'm champion. And suddenly, through Drew McIntyre's own fault, Adam Pearce booked a match for him and Cody Rhodes for the title on SmackDown. So, I mean, if I'm Drew, I think he should be pissed coming to the ring, because he said and Cody agreed that he'd never get a title match again as long as Drew was the champion. And Cody couldn't win the Rumble, couldn't win the Elimination Chamber, but yet he's still getting a title match. So, in storyline theory, I get why Drew's mad. Drew's also got to be mad at himself. He put himself in that situation. But, I mean, I don't get everybody else saying, like, Drew got screwed. Drew was a transitional champion. Did the storyline get changed? Maybe some of the storylines got changed because of recent events and a lot of people getting hurt. We had Seth get hurt, and then Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Now, all of them have shifted around into the story. So, I mean, what is your feelings on the new champ again, Cody Rhodes? What, a 3-time undisputed champion? How do you feel? What do you think about Drew? And I will be back when Mr. Z takes the reins, because I'm going to grab a drink real quick.
There you go. No, for me, it's more of, we'll just say, Cody deserved it. But like he was saying, folks, like BT was saying over here, he said, "Hey, that's not how this is going." He did kind of get screwed, but at the end of the day, Drew did do it to himself. He totally deserved it.
No, I mean Drew put himself in the position to lose that belt. I don't get all the hypocrites. I don't get all the naysayers. Everybody running out here going Triple H is screwing up stuff. Drew McIntyre got screwed. Drew McIntyre screwed himself. I mean, if we really want to get into it and say who screwed who, I mean, maybe Brett didn't screw. Maybe Brett didn't screw Brett, but Drew screwed Drew in this situation.
Yeah, exactly. And to everyone that keeps hitting me up and telling me, "Oh, what you think about your War Dogs? Why'd they go to AEW?" Because they're big fish in a small pond, and they're the only ones that can run that whole joint. They'll get booked into obscurity in 3 months tops.
Well, I mean, let's talk about that. I mean, let's talk about the biggest jump from New Japan Pro Wrestling to AEW in a sad case, because I guess WWE couldn't get the deal done for whatever reason. But yeah, newest member making his AEW debut on Collision alongside the rest of the War Dogs, David Finlay. What are your feelings, Mr. Z? You followed New Japan very closely. You know all about who David Finlay is. David Finlay, kind of a successor. If you want to talk about it, we went Omega, then we went Ospreay, and then you went the Switchblade Jay White, and then Gabe Kidd was kind of in there. David Finlay, kind of those. If you want to list some of the big names in New Japan, that would have been the order. They've all made the jump to AEW, and everybody in that list outside of Kenny Omega has pretty much been a wash. I mean, what has Switchblade Jay Lethal ever done, and why has he not ever been an AEW World Heavyweight Champion? Gabe Kidd came in hot, but I mean, I don't think Gabe Kidd's quite the threat he is or was coming out of New Japan.
No.
Who else is on? Will Ospreay. I don't even know what they're doing with Will Ospreay. He's gotten himself into his own little mess, and now we're going to bring in David Finlay. So I mean, AEW is just New Japan light. You know, I guess WWE's got TNA and New Japan's got AEW, just in a reverse order.
Yeah, and that's the sad case. Like I said, I'm happy that they're stateside, but I'm not happy with what's going to happen to them within the next 6 months.
Yeah. No,
we'll be seeing them on BW regularly than we will see them on AEW television.
No, and it's true. It's just it's sad to see that that's the place we are and how we are. But I mean, these people go to AEW, they act like they're going to get something big, and then it never materializes into what it should be. Unfortunately.
Here you go. Big question. Where's Britt Baker? How long has she been gone? Here you go. Me and Mrs. Z were talking about that on our show.
Britt Baker, I think she's waiting out her contract as much as another one called Jericho.
Yeah.
They're stuck in this purgatory of AEW that holds them hostage, you know. Unfortunately, Tony Khan's the new Vince McMahon of AEW, and that's just where we are with that mess. They come in, he won't let them go. More time added to Chris Jericho's contract. And I guess, and from what I understand, Britt Baker may have just retired from the whole thing called wrestling after all this. But
yeah, and then
go ahead.
I was gonna say too, and then her enforcer, the person that was with her, Rebel, real quick, much praise, Reba.
Who?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Let's like I said, I said it on air weeks ago, and I'm gonna say it again. Nothing but prayers, love, and respect to her. I really hope she gets back into at least living a normal life, because whatever she has right now is what's crippling her.
Yeah,
and that's all we hope for. It's the best outcome for her. She don't need to get back in the ring. She don't need to get back to wrestling. She just needs to get back to her day-to-day life, because I've seen videos of her and all of her stuff on live, and it just breaks your heart.
Yeah, no, we hope that, but I mean, it's sad with just everything that's going on over there, and then all the big women that have come into AEW that kind of leave. I mean, Blake Monroe, I mean, a lot of people may be down on her for Mariah May leaving AEW, going to WWE, getting thrown in NXT as Blake Monroe. But I mean, she's killing it in NXT, and she's doing what she needs to, because I think she'd get kind of lost in the shuffle on the main roster. So just give her some time to shine on NXT and let her come up. I mean, but it's, look at the world of difference it's done for Ethan Page and Ricky Saints, formerly Ricky Stark, since they've joined the NXT brand. All these main names. I mean, there's plenty of names, but it's interesting what's going on. I know a lot of people are complaining that Rusev, Miro Rusev, you know, is not getting anything in WWE, but you know, they've got a lot of people on the company trying to get everybody on the card. Aleister Black kind of floating around, but I think Aleister Black's in a happier place being, you know, with WWE than being on, you know, whatever AEW when they didn't know when they were going to use him. Speaking of that, not knowing how to use him, how do you feel about Royce Keys, formerly Powerhouse Hobbs, coming into WWE, debuting at the Royal Rumble, then suddenly disappearing? Rumors are speculating that creative has nothing to do for him or with him right now. People are going, oh, WWE's already firing him or letting him go or da-da-da-da-da. Speculation that he lied on a contract at some point about his age, mass confusion. I think everybody needs to calm themselves down. I think Royce Keys will debut when the time's right, when they need him.
Yeah.
He got a moment at the and why would they put him on the Stephanie McMahon podcast if they're not going to do something with him? They want to get him over with the fans.
Exactly.
So, you know,
well, I mean,
Powerhouse Hobbs or Royce Keys.
I do. Willie Hobbs, Will Hobbs, Will Rude to Northern California, if you really want to go into the hat. Great athlete, good size, great person. Like you said, if they were going to do anything with him, they would have never put him on Stephanie's podcast.
Exactly. They're going to build him, and he's a Cali boy. He's wrestled in a lot of the places that we know and connected to a lot of the people we know. And so we support him, and I know a lot of people are mad. What do you think of his name? You know,
I like it.
Yeah.
It works.
But once I understood the why, I got to understand it. So
exactly, and I bought his shirt the minute they dropped it. I waited it out. It got released. I have it at home. I have it in my closet as we speak. Nice broski shirt, by the way.
Oh, trust me. Go ahead.
But he's going to be something big. You just gotta let them work with him. And when it happens, folks, it's going to blow the roof off.
No, it will. It'll come together. But, yeah, no, Royce Keys, once I understood the name and the reason behind they went with this name, I was like, that is cool. That's going to work. Powerhouse Hobbs, it seems like an indie name. You're coming to the main show. I can understand why he needs a little bit of a name change. I think this is good, especially since it has meaning, gives him purpose, gives him reason to, like, really want to present that name well.
Yes.
But yeah, I got this. This is the new broski. So when he came out for the John Cena, I immediately bought that and his trading card, which is sitting somewhere up in all this stuff. Let alone way up there is I've already beat Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona knows who the Value of Wrestling is.
Yeah,
that's for sure. Because Choppy World Tour, the start of it with Mr. Z was step one, and then when I went and saw him. Well, step two was going to the chat on that same Stockton card where I talked about Austin Got a Gun playset. And then when I went to Vegas and he was doing the Major Brothers or the Major Toy Podcast, why can I not think of the name now? He did his show there, and when he came out, I was standing there, and he was like, "Oh, he remembered me." He smacked me in the gut pretty hard. And then we talked, and he was like, "Yeah, I know who you are." So no, I'm a member of their podcast. Follow along on Patreon, and so yeah, I get playing cards from them and everything. I need to go find him and put this belt, show this belt to him some point someday.
Yeah, someday, definitely. I mean, it'd be a full circle moment for me to run into him in Vegas for sure. So hopefully, I'll get that chance and get to hang out.
Kevin Knight signs a brand new deal with AEW. So there you go. Kevin Knight staying with AEW.
Poor guy.
Fans accusing AEW of ripping off WWE after Tommaso Ciampa turns heel on Jay Briscoe. And people have really put together the footage from AEW and the footage when he turned on Johnny Gargano at NXT. And yes, they're very much similar, but let me break some news to you, ladies and gentlemen. Let me burst your bubble. You want to attack AEW, and I'm not a big fan of AEW. I think, they're over there. They exist, and I want them to exist because it gives some of these people places to go work and make money, and it gives another place to watch wrestling for people who like that type of high spot wrestling, which can't work. And yes, I will say that I have some more inside knowledge than I did a year ago about the business, and understanding that high spot wrestling is only so good. It's only going to maintain because you can only high spot so high before you're out of it. And it's glorified stunt double work, and it really doesn't bring any value. And so I feel like I have a little more expertise than I did a year ago about how it feels. So I'm not AEW is good. I might go watch it if I get tickets and enjoy it for what it is. But it is what it is. But again, to burst your bubbles, ladies and gentlemen, everything's stolen. Everything is stolen from everywhere. I mean, wrestling has been repeated as much as every movie in the world that's out there. I mean, if you go study theater or any type of theater in true English literature and go back in the day, there are like 6 main themes: horror, comedy, romance, mystery, suspense. I forget what all they are. It's all basically, everything's based on like Shakespeare's 6 basic plays. So I mean, everything is about the same thing. Wrestling will always be about the good guy and the bad guy, whether it is 2 heels in the war in wrestling terms facing one another. There's still going to be the better heel or the good guy heel to say. There's going to be mannerisms in a heel where he's trying to be the one, and you can have 2 baby faces fighting, but there's still going to be somewhat the underdog baby face in some of that. So I mean, wrestling's always going to be about the good guy, bad guy. It's always going to exist that way.
Real quick, you want to talk about psychology and learning the psychology, folks? If you're just wanting to understand it, go follow Big Ugly on YouTube. He gives you all the knowledge that he can give from his point of view to help you understand this. His shorts that he does are great.
No, Facebook, Instagram. I don't think he's on TikTok.
Yeah, he is. TikTok too.
Okay, check out Big Ugly on all of it. I mean, really on YouTube. Go follow him. We love Ugly. Ugly's is a friend of the podcast. Ugly's a friend of ours. We love Ugly. We support Ugly. We love what Ugly is doing. And he's doing a lot of great things with independent wrestling in the local area. Just got done with a major event last month, NorCal United, the biggest event in Northern California, bringing together several of the biggest companies in this area. Awesome show, awesome event with some of the biggest names that you can talk about, even as far as reaching into the pocket and pulling out a JR Kratos to show up at a show. You can get some names, and then of course the Timothy Thatcher, WWE's own Timothy Thatcher, was on that show too. So I mean, what can you say when you got big names like this working towards the business and then being a part of this stuff? And of course, Timothy Thatcher always at Supreme Pro Wrestling, almost on a regular nowadays, as he's doing things with WWE ID. So I mean, there's so many benefits. But if you're looking for a good show, Ugly's putting on a bunch of different types of shows. Every third Friday of the month, he's at the Jackrabbit Brewery in West Sacramento. You want to go check that out. And then I think twice a month he's doing Matinee Mayhems in Citrus Heights. And they're adding all types of different shows and putting on shows all over the place for that.
I believe the next Jackrabbit show is Dojo versus PCW.
I don't know if it's that. I don't know if it's that. I know they just got done with the big SPW Ugly Dojo Frenemy show. And then, of course, SPW started to do their Academy shows this past weekend. So they got that. And Ugly Dojo has a show coming up this Friday, I believe. But again, If you want to find out all those gory details, all those intricate details, shouldn't say gory, but if you want to know the real deets, you need to come back here on Thursday night when we do the Value of Wrestling podcast and we do the IWCP, the Independent Wrestling Community podcast, where we talk about everything independent wrestling. And you never know, Mr. Z might be back for that one too.
I'm a busy man. But I got to. Well, and I know she's watching right now because I figured she would be. It's my daughter. Happy 18th birthday. She turned 18 yesterday. That's one kid down. I got two. I got another one's going to be 18 here soon too.
You're always welcome, Ugly, dropping in the chat there. I didn't see it till this now. I hope you're still paying attention. We love you, Ugly. We'd love to get together and work again. We need to get together and talk, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Nobody's angry. Nobody's mad. Everybody's just life happened. Let's just, life happened. And a lot of people are probably going to ask that question. What happened? Life happened. Okay. Life trajectory.
That's it.
And people deal with stuff. And sometimes things get in our own way and we just got to work through our stuff and overachieve and get back on track. Sometimes, we lose sight of where we're going and we got to get back on track. And so, sometimes we get thrown off track and just finding our way back to building towards that. But no, we love Ugly. We support everything he does and can't wait to get back to an Ugly show very, very soon, hopefully.
Oh yeah, definitely. And speaking of that, I found out from Mrs. Z the other day. We had a talk, and she was like, I can't wait till you start going back to more shows. I said, why? And she goes, because I loved that couple hours I'd have by myself.
There you go. Dakota Kia, now part of AEW. She's all elite and also made her in-ring wrestling return at Wrestle Queendom 8. So she's now wrestling under the name Charlie, was in a championship match against AEW star Chris Statlander for the EVE International Championship. But she's also a part of AEW, last I heard. So we should be seeing Charlie, the former Dakota Kai, in AEW.
Oh, cool. I thought she was. So the rumors of people saying she was done were not true. So there we go, folks. She's back in the ring again. That's great.
Now, Britt Baker, we don't know. Britt Baker may have been done. Rumors speculating that she's just over all the crap with professional wrestling. TNA making news and not such a good light. During the Masters of Wrestling podcast on March 8th, former TNA employee Master Emeyer and ex-WWE star Martin Stone claimed the company has relied on hopeful wrestlers willing to work for little or no pay just for the opportunity to be around the business. Master Emmer, I don't know this guy's name, said he personally witnessed situations during TNA taping that raised serious concerns, including extras being asked to perform tasks that should only be handled by licensed personnel. What's licensed personnel in wrestling? Hold on. What is a licensed personnel in wrestling? I'm a little confused. Let's see what he said. I saw the shenanigans that were going on. They had people who didn't have hazmat license mopping up blood in the ring. Ooh, well, I'm going to tell you, if you go to an independent show and somebody bleeds in the ring, there's some independent wrestlers that are on the lower rung that are doing stuff that are going to go clean the ring without licenses.
That's how it is,
I mean,
folks.
that's just a gimme. If you're saying, oh, they don't have a hazmat license to mop up blood, and not their own blood, but the performer's blood. These were young hopefuls young hopefuls that are getting an opportunity, and then they went in. Let's see, he says also, but it goes on beyond that. The reason they attract these kind of situations because now there's a generation of wrestlers who are basically super fans or marks who want to get into business. They're not business-minded people. A lot of them dream about it so much that they'll do anything to get there, and companies know they can take advantage of this. Well, I mean, I don't know who this guy is or what he's complaining about. I mean, I think the independent scene is the way it is, and to get there, you have to be willing to almost do a whole lot of things to get there. And if you're going to an independent show, if you're learning to wrestle and you get to be in a company and you work your way up and they start putting you on shows, you're probably starting at a bottom ring tier. not to give away too much of the business, but most of the security people for a independent wrestling show are usually the trainees, the very bottom rung. They're learning how to hone their craft. They eventually go from that to another position within, and then they become a wrestler. But while they're doing the grunt work, meaning cleaning a ring, setting up a ring, tearing down a ring, cleaning up a ring, including if there is a match that's gone hardcore where blood came, and possibly cleaning out things that have blood on it. It's kind of part of the business. Should TNA be a little advanced in that? Maybe, but I mean, is it not a part of the business as it is?
Yeah, I was gonna say too. It's like, what do they not? You can't say that that you need a license to clean that up. I mean, as long as they're doing it in a safe manner, at least protecting themselves as far as gloves, mops, whatever, then why are you complaining?
I think you're more aware of that industrial aspect of anything. I think you worked a little closer in the industry about what is technically hazmat, and I don't even know if there's really a quote unquote license for, and there might be in some states a license for dealing with hazmat, unless it's you're driving a truck or you're moving it. But I think,
ladies and gentlemen, to dispose, you need a license to dispose. That's it, not to clean up.
Yeah, I don't think you need to clean it. Anything. I mean, I've been at a independent wrestling show, working the show where they had a high match that put blood in the ring, thumbtacks, and there's nothing more fun than trying to crawl around on a mat with blood and thumbtack, trying to pick each and every thumbtack out, because you can't really sweep a whole bunch of thumbtacks. You're trying to clean them up and going, yeah, there's people's blood on this. And regardless of the people who bled, I'm not saying anybody had anything or anything. I just know from being military, you just want to be cautious when it comes to bodily fluids, regardless. But I mean, you've been there. It was just, it needed to be done. You had to do it. So I don't know. I don't know if this is exploiting. I don't know. Is there a professional in the building? Is there anybody out there that can give their point of view from a professional end of taking care of hazmat or what you do when you've had a match with blood and there needs to be blood cleaned out of the ring?
If my brother was awake, I'd tell him hop on and give us a once over, but he lives in Pennsylvania and he's in bed right now.
So, I don't know. Jake Roberts has a Watchman device implanted to prevent strokes. Jake Roberts has shared a new update on his health, and despite multiple medical challenges, the WWE Hall of Famer is okay.
That's good.
COP is still a pain in the ass, he said, but it's under control. I just had another hip replaced, my third one. It was a bit of a challenge because they had to replace one that would already been replaced before, and they had to do some extra work, but they took care of everything. That came out of it okay. The veteran also revealed that doctors implanted a Watchman device in his chest, a medical implant designed to help prevent strokes by reducing the risk of blood clots. Jake the Snake Roberts old. Jake the Snake Roberts has, lived a hard life. I don't think he'd run and hide from that. And so we're just glad that he's still here and that he's still healthy.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I always tell everyone all the time, it's like, you want to talk about one of the greatest on the mic. Jake Roberts was that man. He's still the standard in my book.
Anywho, he's a strong, great talent. And it's so exciting to see that he is still here with us. And thank gosh he is still here with us, because it means so much to have somebody of his caliber with us, because so many times we wound up in places where we lost people like that. And, I'm just glad that we can still have the opportunity to have him with us here. Because he'd be a loss. That would really be a deep loss.
That would hurt everybody. I don't know if you've seen it, but I mean, I've came across it, and Mrs. Diaz sent it my way. Redacted talking about wanting to buy back his own share.
Redacted needs to stay away after wrecking his car. If you've seen that video, then you know what that's all about, and he needs to stay far, 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 far away from the wrestling business, period, end of story. He doesn't need to be in the midst of it. He doesn't need to be anywhere around it. He is in enough chaos and enough trouble that we just don't need to see him anywhere near wrestling again. I mean, I think he's proved it. I think his time has come and gone, and it's okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong. It's just the fact that, you know, here we are. Why are you trying to get involved in this again? It's not needed.
No. Here, I got a tip for him. If he really wants to get back in it, start your own independent corporation, your own independent.
No,
and just stay
don't tell him to open an independent. Don't tell him to do anything, okay? I mean, if he wants to get back into business, he can come out here to California and get back into business, something like that. I mean, if he wants to get back into business, come out to California. We got some people we'll introduce you to that'll at least let you sit in the chair and feel important, if nothing else. Don't tell him to open his own independent company. He'll have all these youngsters in there thinking they're going to live their dreams, and then it'll all be no.
It's not right, pal.
It's just as long as he doesn't start naming his toys Mr. Z, I think we'll be okay.
Hey. No.
Anyways,
but yes,
go ahead.
I mean, it is what it is, and like when I've seen it, and you know, it's been sent my way, and I was like, just go away. That's all you could do is ignore it. Just shoot on to the next one. Don't tickle the idea, especially you fans who say he needs to come back. Don't tickle that because he doesn't need to come back, and I'm tired of seeing that comment.
Anyways, let's get back to news. Serious concerns are circulating across the wrestling world regarding the health of veteran Konnan, but the full picture remains unclear as conflicting reports continue to emerge. Multiple Mexican wrestling sources recently reported that the 62-year-old star underwent surgery to amputate one of his legs due to the severe medical complication. According to those early reports, Konnan has been hospitalized in San Diego, California, and is currently dealing with a fragile medical situation. Stories initially surfaced through Mexican wrestling creator El Potro de Acero in El Ring. And was later reported by El Plancitius of the sports outlet Record. As the reports spread, several major media outlets in Mexico, including MVS Noticias and El Haldoro de Mexico, and please forgive me, I'm doing the best I can with these names, clarified that Konnan is alive but dealing with significant health issues. Some reports have indeed indicated that doctors are monitoring his remaining leg due to similar complications. At this time, there has been no official statement from Konnan himself confirming the reports. And an update from our favorite news reporter of all times, the great liar, Dave Meltzer of Wrestling Observer Radio, addressed the situation. Konnan has been struggling with health issues for several weeks, though he said he does not know all the details. Meltzer also noted that Konnan has reportedly been in and out of medical care during that time. Bloody, and I'm still okay. PW insiders Mike Johnson added that while there has still been no official confirmation, many within the wrestling industry believe the reports or the original report about the amputation should be accurate. Konnan has dealt with major issues. In 2007, he underwent a kidney transplant after suffering major organ failure. He's battled with COVID-19 in 2021. So he's had some setbacks, and he is Konnan. We wish Konnan the best of health. Hopefully he is in the best of health. If he's had to have this amputation, we wish the best and speedy recovery to him, and that all is well in time.
Yeah, he's we want nothing but the best for K-Dog for sure. He is I've really enjoyed the shows he's been on. I've really enjoyed watching AAA on YouTube and hearing his commentary. It helps fans that have never seen Lucha Libre understand what exactly is going on.
Did you see our boy on a recent show, Jack Cartwheel?
Yes,
Jack
I
Cartwheel
did.
Making a lot of. My question is, when in AAA are we going to get to see one more of our buddies that has wrestled a little bit around the AAA product that I love to see I want to call the man from the Mexican Badlands himself up and say, when are we going to see him maybe on a AAA show? That's the man I want to see. El Chupacabra.
Yep,
I want to see Chupi. That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Him and Mr. Iguana right out of the gate. You got to give it to us.
Okay. We could have him get Mr. Iguana, and then he could pee on Mr. Iguana, and then he could be like, "That's mine." And we got to put Ugly in the audience. So Ugly's got to go to this show because Choopy has a thing with Ugly. That's hilarious. I love this. There's a thing with Choopy and Ugly. I don't want to give too many. I just know the story and how funny it is. So, anyways, yeah, no, I'm gonna keep that story to myself. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Carter's. Let's first talk about EC3 claims he's been blackballed from major wrestling companies after NWA exit. EC3's next move in wrestling is still unclear as he's left NWA, but according to him, there may be a reason he hasn't landed in another promotion. While he's speaking to the Sports Shadow on March 8th, today, the former NWA World Heavyweight Champion claimed that the big reason he isn't currently signed anywhere is that he believes he's been blackballed within the wrestling industry. EC3 began by reflecting on the feeling of performing when everything aligns the way it should. He went on to say, when you are who you truly want to be and you're in that ring, there's nothing better. Right now, I'm not in a major company, and that's on purpose. However, he's also made it clear that stepping away hasn't been entirely voluntary. According to EC3, part of the reason he's currently outside the major promotions is because he believes he's been blackballed. EC3 admitted that the time away from the limelight has forced him to take a deeper look at his relationship with the wrestling industry itself. He went on to say, at the same time, I'm also blackballed from most of those places because some people can't handle my honest truth, and that's fine. What matters to me is figuring out what I still love about wrestling. But over the past few weeks and months, there have been also been moments that made me realize that there are things about the business I really dislike. Sometimes it even makes me question why I'm still involved in it. I don't know if he's blackballed. I don't know how to speak on that, but I can speak on the idea of, you can love this business, be a part of this business. But when you start feeling like maybe this business doesn't love you back, it can really take you out of it. And there are things I think you can find out about this business by being in it for a long time, a short time. There's things you're not going to like. I mean, this goes for anywhere. I think you can be anywhere. And there's going to be things you're going to like and not like that are a part of the whole thing. So, I mean, I can kind of understand how it can be. Is he blackballed? I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he is, but like you said before, I mean, you would know personally, and I know a lot of the boys understand this. Everybody on the inside would understand it. You just sometimes need to step back and rethink if this is a good idea to keep going or move on in life. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all. Things happen in life. You can only plan for where you want to go, and you can try to get there, and you can work as hard as you want, but life is going to throw you curves, and things can happen within this industry, within this business, within life in general, that can swerve you, that can change things. You could be going along one way, and then things just kind of fall apart, and sometimes you get knocked off, and you got to get up, dust yourself off, and try to get back on, and you just never know sometimes how that can happen or how that may work out or turn out to be. So, I mean, there's always questions.
Yeah.
Carter's. Your favorite Carter is making news.
Ooh,
Good
Dixie?
old Dixie. Dixie Carter is said to be easily played by wrestlers during TNA contract talks. TNA Wrestling went through several dramatic errors during its rise in the 2000s, but one former employee believes some of the company's struggles came from how negotiations were handled behind the scenes. Former TNA producer David Shahid recently shared his perspective on Wrestling Observer Radio. And I'm not a big fan of Wrestling Observer Radio. I'm not a big fan of Dave Meltzer because I feel Dave Meltzer's one-sided and Dave Meltzer's lost his vision. If you love Dave Meltzer, congratulations, but I am no longer a big supporter or fan. I don't know if I ever was, but I mean, it's just interesting. Anyways, his comments about former TNA president Dixie Carter raised eyebrows. Shahid reflected on Carter's leadership style while discussing his time working with the promotion. While he acknowledged that Carter generally cared about the company and its roster, he also suggested that her trusting nature sometimes created problems when dealing with veteran wrestlers. Experienced performers occasionally use their influence and personality to gain leverage in negotiations. He went on to say Dixie Carter was a very nice woman. She cared about the company, but she was easily played by wrestlers. Shahid then recalled a story involving WWE Hall of Famer Kevin Nash that he said demonstrated how negotiations could play out inside the company. During talks with Carter, Nash allegedly used a mix of charm and confidence to sell the idea that he was motivated to help TNA compete directly with WWE. And according to Shahid, Carter believed Nash's enthusiasm and brought into his pit. Okay. He said Kevin Nash poured her a glass of wine and said he couldn't wait to kick Vince McMahon's ass. She fell for it, hook, line, and sinker.
This isn't the first time we've heard about this. All this is about as old as time. I mean, you hear it, you've heard it,
but that's
still hearing it.
That's the job of a wrestler. I want you to sign me. I want you to sign me. I want to be a part of your company. I want to beat Vince McMahon. I want to put it to him on whatever it takes. How is that any different than anybody else? I mean, I think that's every wrestler that's going to any company that's talking to any. Is Ugly still in the house? Are guys? I mean, when guys that you may or may not necessarily know, do they come to you and try to sell themselves? I mean, is that not what you're supposed to do? I mean, that's what you do on a job interview. I mean, when you're going for a job interview, it's a job interview. You're interviewing them, they're interviewing you, but the whole purpose of a job interview is you're selling what talent, skills, and purpose you have to give to that company that's going to make that company better. That's what it's all about. So, I mean, to go into anything, and I would say even in wrestling, if I were trained, cleared, and able to wrestle, and I wanted to go to a wrestling company that I maybe didn't know, yes, you want to use some references and some connections, but I mean, I would still need to go, yeah, if you're... I'm sure Ugly can attest to this. I'm sure Ugly would know, and I mean, maybe other people that work in the Booker Light. Ghost is West Ghost out there in the world. If somebody comes to you and you're like booking a show, I want to be on your show. Okay, they're going to be your best friend for the next 5 minutes to get on the show. I mean, I don't think that's a lie, and I think I love to hear Ugly. Ugly, I want to hear Ugly talk about this. This is what Ugly needs to talk about. The wrestler that comes to you that wants to get booked on your show. Are they selling themselves
I want
to you?
I want to hear it from him, and I want to hear it from my boy over there in Arkansas over at STS Pod, who has dealt with Memphis wrestling for decades, who's worked with them. He would know about this too. He's booked plenty of his own tag teams there, and I would love to hear how he negotiated to get his tag team on these shows.
I mean, but I just love to hear. I mean, I know Ugly booked, so I mean, I know people have to come to Ugly and go, "Oh, you have a show. I want to be on your show," and I want to know if he feels like, yes. I get people who come up to me and they're selling me and they're pitching me, and I know they're bullshit me to get on the card and whatnot, or that they trying to make you a sales pitch. I mean, I can't doubt that. I mean, I know I would if I was going to somebody. I'd try to be like, yeah, what do I got to do to get on your show? Yes, there's a little more that comes into most wrestling. Most of the independent shows, you got to show up early, arrive with gear. That's always the number one. Arrive with any type of gear, even if you don't get on the card. Maybe you get used as an extra or security or some other purpose within the show, so you can work your way on the next show. But I still believe somebody that may have experience may be coming up and trying to, they're going to sell you. I mean, I don't see how it's not.
Yeah, no, that's just the fact that he thinks that it was being taken advantage of because you're putting yourself over.
Well, I don't get this idea where you say, well, Kevin Nash sold her hook, line, and sinker. I'm going, well, Dixie Carter was gullible. We all know that as fans. 1. 2, Kevin Nash is a smooth talking. I mean, I don't think Kevin Nash could get mad at me if I said he's a smooth talker, and if he wanted to get paid to do his job and get royally paid, he was going to do whatever it was. And if he was sitting there with Dixie, and Dixie's like, I really want to beat Vince McMahon. I want to compete. I'm sure if I was Kevin Nash and this is where I was going to get paid, this is the only place really I could work to get a nice paycheck, okay. I want
He
to be
said
Vince, man. I'll do anything you want. I'll do anything you need. And I'm sure he meant it in that time frame. He probably meant it. And he probably wanted to go in there and do what he could. I don't know who was booking the shows at that time, so I don't know how much that plays in this stuff. But I mean, it's like it's Kevin Nash. Are we supposed to look at him like a bad guy because he sold a idea to the Dixie Carter that he may not have fully been invested in? Maybe, but I don't think it's abnormal. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Ugly said he's going to do it on the next video. He'll give us a video on that.
There you go. Awesome. No, I can't see where that's wrong. I mean, I think that's just, you know.
Here, I'll put it in the hardworking folks out there that still do the 9 to 5. Let me put it into this one. I am 41 years old, and then if I go into a job interview, they already look at me as the old man. But I will put myself over to tell them that I can outwork any younger man that's in that warehouse.
Well, that's the whole point of it. I don't get why that would be any different in wrestling. I mean, if I wanted to go work a show and the booker's like, I want to beat them, I'm gonna be like, we're gonna beat them. Yeah, I will do everything to help you beat them. Why wouldn't I? I mean, I want to be on the show. I'm gonna bring the best of my A game. Not to say that I'm fully trained or capable. I got, I wish, but that's a different story for a different time and a different place. But we'll get there.
Yeah.
The Hardy Boys are confirmed to be in WWE 2K26. So they're going to be in the DLC storyline. A lot of people upset about the new WWE 2K26. I have played the last 2 days. I think it's a solid game. I played through the story with CM Punk. They did some fun stuff with that. Not only did they do historical matches, they did some other stuff. I hope to show some of those videos on here once I get play through and do some of that stuff and throw it up there. I think the My Rise is a little better in some ways. We're going to discuss that as we flow forward. And hopefully at some point I'm going to create a whole wrestling federation with created wrestlers, and I've been working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes that we may be able to pull off and stick together, and maybe me and Mr. Z will have to sit down and do like commentary and make like actual wrestling shows with WWE 2K26. This could be really fun, depending on how this goes and how this works out. It's all projects, ideas, trying to bring new stuff to the channel, trying to revive this channel.
I do. Oh yeah, for sure, and definitely. But I have to ask you: is that Taker and Punk match in his story mode?
You're talking about the one from WrestleMania 29?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. That's all I wanted to know.
Yes. And it doesn't go the way you think it doesn't go the way you think you did, and you'll have to wait to see. Hopefully I'll get that video up. But I've done the whole. The Punk playthrough was awesome. Yeah. I love the Punk playthrough. Of course, I am a hardcore Punk fan. I've got Punk. I got all types of Punk figures up there now. I've got Punk and Larry. I got Punk and Pink Tights. I've got Punk figures up there. Yeah.
Man. Yeah, because I know that the one reason why I was going to buy it, and me and Mrs. Z actually have, we can't really purchase anything at the moment because we made a deal for Lent this year. I have to wait until Easter to get it. But the only reason why I want it is because of his ROH entrance. That's the only reason why I want it. Is for that entrance.
Okay. So you play through his storyline, you're not going to get that entrance. If you play through his career thing, it's not in there. You have to play through the My Rise to get it. I finally unlocked it. I finally have it. So that is what my wrestling character is coming out to right now, at least in game. But if I get everything built the way I want it, and we can do an online fed with curated characters, and I have like a lot of things built for that already. So it's the process of throwing these things together, and depends on what happens. If other things happen, then things might get thrown to the side. If we get back into working with something or somebody, need to sit down and have a conversation with somebody. Hopefully, we can make that all work and get back together. But yeah, we will see. Rebound, rebuild, everything. As you can see, we're trying to do new logos, new music, new looks. Not to say the man that helped us create the old logo did anything wrong. We've just upgraded our logo to really pop a little more. Same color scheme ideas. You gotta love that. I mean, that new whole
Yeah,
outlook.
it looks nice.
So
when you sent it to me, I was that looks good.
Yep. Of course, we'll have to see how that all goes and how that all goes forward. The Value Wrestling, and of course, Mr. over here, the giant Mark himself.
Hey, just so you know, Mrs. Z is the one that created the namesake for that channel, and you know what? If it wasn't for her, I probably would have just given up completely. But if it wasn't for her and kind of just talking me through it, I was able to pick the mic up again and podcast. So big shout out to Mrs. Z for helping me find that love in this again.
Yes. No, it gets hard. I mean, I've even been there where, I've suffered and I had to really get myself motivated to get back into that too. So,
Yo, it's your boy, Mr. Z.
Yeah, speaking of that, there will be a new show with her. So everyone knows, so follow me. Tuesday will be the new show with Mrs. Z on the Markout channel. They like talking. For some reason, the boys love her, and because she's the casual fan.
Yeah.
And folks, that's my advantage. Is I have a casual fan living with me, and you can't just get mad at me for what I say.
If you ain't here to mark out, then get out. You gotta be like me, slapping me.
Oh,
Slapping meat again? Is that what you're doing?
yeah, it's your thing. That's always been your thing. One more time. Hey, if you're looking for a theme song, I can come up with some stuff. I've come up with a bunch of stuff. I don't know who Bobby is. I don't know who Bobby is or why they said Bobby. Hey,
Bobby!
And y'all better mark out.
They're talking about the metal.
Get out.
Y'all better mark out or get out.
Oh, man. Real quick, and I got to ask you, because you were there.
Maybe.
And I mean, I got to ask you, and I know this isn't the IWCP, but I have to ask you, was the fallout of the appeal that devastating to the crowd?
To the crowd, yes. I think the fallout was devastating. Now, there's a lot of things I've looked at from my perspective and being a little more behind the scenes, which makes it a little difficult to I don't know what the word I'm looking for in all that is.
Right. No, I get it, but I had to ask you because even though like I said, we knew everybody the way we knew them,
yeah.
But we still, at the end of the day, we're still fans. I was heartbroken.
Yeah. No, I think the fans there saw it fall apart, and it happened. The buildup was really good. The fallout, I think, it kind of lost some of the momentum, but a lot of that has to do with other things that I don't want to get into, that I just happen to know from being there. So we're not going to get into that. But I think everybody's doing really good. Illumide is continuing to dominate things. Nathan Brick is doing what he does. Jason Xavier, now the Midnight Mauler, as I understand, is really achieving things, if I remember, and if it's still true. I mean, I haven't been to his show, but I believe he's still the Ugly Dojo champion until we see the return of the drop-down artist, until we see hers return. We'll have to see what happens when Scherzer finally comes back from healing up and gets in that ring with Jason Xavier, gets back the belt that he never really truly lost. Can't wait to see that all come together, because I miss our boy Scherzer. I had a lot of fun doing Scherzer, working with Ugly, doing ring announcing, introducing those boys. Jason Xavier's a punk in all terms. That jackass would always steal the mic from me. He didn't like the way I introduced him, so he grabbed the mic, introduced himself, and then throw the damn thing at me. Luckily, I had a good catch. I remember And I'll be honest, I'll give you an inside scoop. The first time he did that, I didn't know he was going to do it. He just grabbed it, and I was like, okay. And then he chucked it. I was like, oh, and I caught it. I'm like, okay. And so, yeah, no, it was not planned the very first time, but he is a bit of a jerk for what he's doing of that. Anyways, let's talk about AJ Styles. AJ Styles has come out and told us what he's doing. AJ Styles is going into the WWE Hall of Fame at WrestleMania, along with Stephanie McMahon, along with the finally long-awaited the Axe and the Smash, Demolition, and finally the long-awaited British Bulldog. Are all going in the Hall of Fame as of right now, maybe more to be named. But AJ Styles has come out. Speaking on Phenomenally Radio Retro Podcast, the former WWE champion explained that a big part of his job now is keeping an eye on wrestlers across multiple levels of the industry. Styles revealed that he spends his time online watching talent and evaluating how he might be able to help develop them. AJ Styles is with the WWE. No, he's not going to AEW. No, WWE didn't offer him a contract to be in the Hall of Fame to keep him from going to AEW, because AJ Styles was never going to AEW. He didn't have any desire. He retired when he retired, wanted to retire when he was going to retire, and that was his decision. Everything that happened was mostly AJ's decision. That's the way he wanted to go out. That's when he wanted to go out. And all this bull crap that WWE forced him out, or WWE and him couldn't come to a contract negotiation to continue his career, none of that's true. It's not facts. It's not the way it happened.
Well, there you have it, folks. You got to come here if you want the facts. We got you. We've always had the facts, but me specifically, Mr. Z is still hated on X. Let's just say that. We'll just leave that out there.
Well, you go out there asking for trouble. I barely make comments. One AJ Francis has still got me mad because I said he couldn't dive over a top rope, and I'm still blocked because cry me a river. Oh man. Let's see who added me to that block list. Actually, I think I told Mr. Clark this. Jericho blocked me like 2 months ago. What did you do to piss in his Cheerios?
I said something mean about Fozzy.
Oh.
I did nothing wrong. I just said, why do you have to sing on backing tracks? The videos are out there. I thought you can sing your own music, and he blocked me.
Oh, Mr. Z always getting blocked by everybody.
That's okay. That's okay. I'll take it.
I
have been a lot more nicer as of late. I have to be a little nicer. I told somebody I would be nice. There we go again. Slapping meat again.
No, this isn't slapping meat. This is actually Alec Vialta, one of the creative wrestlers. This is his theme music. He's a Samoan, so that'll be very interesting to see. Oh, let me find it here. There we go. This is one of my old school wrestlers. His name is Too Sweet Shaggy Styles. He's a little bit of a ripoff of Kevin Nash, since we talked about Kevin Nash earlier. Again, if you're looking for some theme music, I have a little way of doing things. I can help out.
Yep. He always is there to help, folks.
I'm not a nice guy. My style is too fly. My new style too fly. If I didn't give it, it's not yours. I told you to be cautious. You lost it. You lost it. Life is too sweet.
How many weeks are we? 3 or 4 weeks? WrestleMania? 5, 6.
I think we got 6 weeks left. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks left. 6 weeks left to WrestleMania. 7 weeks left till the biggest event in NorCal for April. Ladies and gentlemen, last year I was a big part of the 25th anniversary show. This year it's going to be 26. Yes, SPW, One Supreme Night, 26th anniversary show. Should be a classic. Stellar 25th show, sold out, just beyond packed. Record-breaking number of crowd that year. and it was a show of shows. There's a lot of history in that show. If we've talked about that show, the ups, the downs, the goods, the bad. A lot of stuff went right. A lot of stuff went wrong. It was a historical night on a lot of levels. You know, it has its history. But that's coming up. But yeah, WrestleMania again in Las Vegas. And of course, now we have to wonder, and I have to question, where's WrestleMania next year going to be? Right now, we know Saudi Arabia looks to be. But with a lot of the chaos going on in the Middle East, if the possibility of that all being, I mean, if it's wrapped up like it should be, we should be good. But if it continues to boil over and it boils over into next year, that could change that plan. I don't know, but we don't want to get into politics. We don't want to go down that river. If we wanted to get political, me and Mr. Z will create a whole other podcast on another channel. And and who knows where that would go. That could be interesting. If we want to sit down and talk about a lot of that stuff, I mean, it could be interesting. I don't know if that would get us blackballed in a lot of other places, but
it will. That'd be a Patreon only. You'd have to pay us for that talk, folks.
Well, there you go. I mean, who knows? We could sit down and make a Patreon for that, and who knows what could happen. If you want to see, if you want us to talk about something, maybe I'd be down. It's not going to happen here because we want to keep this separate and keep this relaxed and fun. That would be something that would probably be pretty intense and probably get pretty fiery. I have a lot of respect for some of the other people. I mean, you know, that do this stuff. So.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you can see Mr. Z's background. He's got himself loaded up. I mean, mine's like too big to show everything. I mean, I've got wrestlers, I've got pop vinyls all the way across this wall. I've got posters. I got the first four LJN new remakes, the Force 4. I got all those from Target.
Oh.
Yep, I have the Hulk, I have the Logan Paul, the John Cena, and then I have the Dusty Rhodes, and I have the Dusty Rhodes on a black card. And then I actually have, right there in there, I have a opened Dusty and an open John Cena from that LJN series. So I bought extra of those. Hold on one second. So there you go, see?
Oh, those are cool. Yeah, I think I got Tony to see one a while back. He hasn't opened it. He won't open it.
Yes. I got Soraya's book back there too. And then when I bought Soraya's book or pre-ordered it, I got her to follow me on X. No, she followed me on X. It's not signed. My Karrion Kross book's got a signature to it. I got a Joe Hendry signature back there, Kevin Nash. We're talking about signatures earlier because he was telling me he's got his Chris Base hung up back there, and I'm like, well, I got Drake Frost's signature. I got Jack Cartwheel's signature.
Oh yeah, you do. Yeah, no, I have the Chris Bay card. I got my Jay White picture signed.
Nice.
I have a Tama Tonga card signed. Like, I'm working on it.
Yeah, cards. Hold on. No, I don't.
eBay is my best friend as of late.
I don't have.
Things, and I can...
These aren't signed, but these are the official cards off of WWE. We'll start with the John Cena's last match, where. So I have that one. That's in a case. That's in the case they sent. What's this one? This may be. Oh, this one's got the double padding on it. Let me open it right. Oh yeah, this has got a set. There's when Matt Cardona officially returned for the John Cena retirement tournament. Not when Matt Cardona finally returned, which was awesome to see our boy Matt Cardona return as Matt Cardona in WWE, and we love Matt Cardona. That's why I have this. But I do have a Matt Cardona shirt. The only thing is, it's still in the packaging. I mean, it's in the plastic bag. It's out of the mailer, but I still haven't opened the plastic bagging because I'm like, I don't know if I want to. I may want to save it like that. And then I have the card from Shinsuke and AJ Styles last match. So I had to buy those. because they were there. Oh, I know what'll make you jealous. Hold on. I got you. I'm waiting for one more, but I know what. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Here.
Probably shouldn't throw those in there. Okay, hold on.
Yep.
Right in the bag. I know we're bullshitting and talking about all types of stuff. I'm surprised people are still here, but we appreciate you. So the new Cody Rhodes Funko is in.
Oh.
Yeah,
nice.
That's not going to do you in. That's not going to do you in. This one will.
Oh. That. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's it. There you go.
And then they have another one that I have on pre-order that's supposed to be out. That's another Bray Wyatt. That's in the black box. So
the lantern.
I think so. I think
the one with the lantern.
I think so. I have to look it up, and I can't tell right off my hand right now. But yeah, I have that one on pre-order also. But those are the last two that have come in. I have the Hardy Boys set, and that's my most expensive one. It sells for about $150 right now in resale.
Oof.
So,
yeah.
Oh, and I also have I'm still waiting for my Jacob Fatu to come in. My Jacob Fatu Funko Pop. Yeah, this is the Bray Wyatt that lights up. So he has the lantern and then the mask in a hand, and it takes some batteries and lights up. So, but yeah, I'm also waiting for my Jacob Fatu Funko to come in. I have Jacob Fatu's first action figure up there now. So
yeah, I got that too. I know the running joke is to see if we can recreate that shout out, but if he's, like you said, he's under contract, it'd just be nice to see him again.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm hoping to get to talk and see Matt Cardona again, you know, with all the things but he's signed, so we'll have to wait and see. I mean, I went to their Major Brothers podcast where Mark Sterling, Brian Myers were at. That's where Sabu, I got to see Sabu the last time. Yes. And, of course, Matt Cardona came out. I was like, hey, and he saw me. He smacked me right in the gut. It was hilarious. It's where we got Topanga Hausen, because Danhausen was there, and then Topanga Hausen came out in they get up. So that was fun. I got to see Danhausen. And speaking of Danhausen, if you don't like Danhausen, then I don't know what to tell you. Danhausen is never going to be a world champion. Danhausen may not be any champion. Maybe he could win the Intercontinental. Maybe he could win the U.S. title and be okay with it on a brief stint. I wouldn't be too mad. But he's never going to be a major title player. No. Danhausen's here to be a character that's going to sell merchandise, and he's already selling huge amounts of merchandise. That's one. And two, he's Danhausen. If you don't understand Danhausen, go get some research. I think that people were over-expecting. I don't know why anybody thought Chris Jericho would come out of a crate. Like, that would have made no sense. I mean, I don't know why anybody was expecting that. I knew Paige wasn't going to be there because Paige was going to be in Stockton at Stockton Con that same day. Wasn't going to work out.
Yeah.
And all the other names. And so, yeah, when Danhausen came out, they did the glorified Las Vegas show. He disappeared.
Yep.
It may not have been the best, but I think it was okay. But they made up for it the next night when he cursed Dom. And as long as they play that storyline outright, Dom needs to go on a losing streak. Hopefully this also leads to the end of Judgment Day. We already see Finn starting to turn babyface again. Dom is cursed, so Dom and everybody around Dom, all of Judgment Day needs to go on a loss. Losing streak, Judgment Day needs to fall apart, and this curse needs to be a real thing. We don't know if The Miz has technically been cursed. I don't know if he really cursed Miz or if he just threatened to curse Miz. So we don't know, but that's what Danhausen is. If you haven't seen Danhausen, he's not this big fancy wrestler. He's going to be the guy that's cursing people and playing this underlying comedy character. He's probably going to get in some matches. We'll see what he does. I wish maybe they would have sent him to NXT just to kind of fine tune the WWE style. But I think it'll be good.
And this is what I said. I was like, Truth is starting to get serious. So why not bring him in to be that comedy character that Truth was? Let Truth finish his wrestling in-ring career now. since we have Danhausen back there to handle business as far as being the gimmick.
Yeah.
And you guys got to understand too, and like you said, go do your research. They always say that, but he's always been a gimmick. There's nothing fancy about him. You just have to enjoy it. Just enjoy the ride, folks. It's going to be funny. They know what they're doing with him.
Yeah, no, they're going to do it. There was talks about changing them up, but then they didn't, and that's a good thing. Let Danhausen be Danhausen. Danhausen is going to get over. He's already selling merchandise. If you don't know who Danhausen is, go research it and learn who Danhausen is. Danhausen's a good thing for WWE. It'll be the right thing for WWE as we move forward. It's just going to take time. People got to get to know what this Danhausen character is, and as we see it progress, it's going to get more interesting.
Oh yeah, definitely, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he does. I mean, like I said, it worked perfectly. And now, you said, they just need Judgment Day to go on losing streaks here to get frustrated and be like, well, maybe that curse really did work.
Yeah.
So,
well, Dom needs to, and anybody around Dom just needs to be affected by this curse, and hopefully it plays out right, and we'll get there. So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap this up. We've gone over an hour. Of course, Mr. Z has his podcast, Mark Out or Get Out, where he does his New Japan stuff, and I guess he's having another episode with the Mrs. Z coming up, so pay attention. Go join him on his YouTube channel. I will definitely be back here Thursday night. If Mr. Z joins me, we'll be live. If not, maybe not live. I don't know. We'll see how I feels, and we'll go with that. But we'll be here with the IWCP, the Independent Wrestling Community Podcast. If something comes up and there's time for a big time breakdown, if something comes up, we may do one of those. But definitely be here Thursday to talk about IWCP, all the independent wrestling news, the Independent Wrestling Community Podcast. We talk about everything independent wrestling, especially right here in California. Lots of events coming up going into this weekend that is coming up, and we're going to break that all down for you. If I look here, I need to check because where's my calendar? There's my calendar. I need to look at the calendar. 1, 2, okay, so we're coming up on the third Sunday of March, so there's going to be a big event for SPW coming up this weekend. There's matches, there's all types of stuff coming up this weekend in independent wrestling, so you definitely want to be here so you can get caught up, know where to be, when to be, where to be, and everything else. And support independent wrestling and support us.
This Saturday I will be there after my kids have their birthday party. I'll be at Persuasion Brew, the brew house in Modesto for CCW. I'll be there with the kids. Come get at me if you're there, man. I'm gonna go out there and enjoy the show. I'm not gonna do anything podcast related. I'm going there to enjoy the show. But if you want to talk to me, we'll talk.
So there's one thing, and we'll talk more details and all that. We'll give you all the details about the CCW, California Championship Wrestling, at Persuasion Brewery in Modesto. We'll talk about, I believe, Ugly Dojo has a show this weekend. I believe there's a whole plethora of shows that I can't think of. I remember reading some off. But that's what we do on Thursday. So we'll break it down. We'll go over that. We'll tell you where to be, when to be, who to be, why to see it. And we'll break it all down because it's always fun. And, of course, if you're an independent booker, independent wrestler, want to come talk to us, reach out to us. We'd love to talk to you. We'd love to get you on the channel. We'd love to shout you out. We'd love to get information out there. So to that. Right. But we're going to get out of here. We're going to call it a night. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching us on TikTok Live, make sure you're giving us love, giving us likes, follow. Make sure you join this follow. We're looking to work up to 500 followers on TikTok. We're trying to go broke brands. We're going to try and dual cast on both platforms. Every show we do live, so help us. I mean, the only way we do it is if you watch it. If you watch it, you like it, and you tell us you like it, we're going to do it. We had 49 views on TikTok today. 49 people have stopped by and checked us out. And then on the YouTubes, we've had a total of 52 viewers with 5 concurrent viewers pretty much the whole time. An average of 5 viewers throughout most of this program. So most of you stuck with us through this. We appreciate you. We love you. Soon, got to get back out of the house. Got to get back out. We got to meet up. We got to talk. I've got to reach out to somebody. Unfortunately, some of my communications, weird. Internet's getting weird.
Yes. Don't I know?
But we're going to get there. So stay tuned. Hopefully I can get some of this WWE 2K26 gameplay. I have it over on YouTube under private. I just got to pull it, download it, add in things, and put some voiceovers so we can make it work and not copyright strikes all over the place. So join us, pay attention, like, comment, subscribe, watch. And we'll be doing this on both channels. But we're going to get out of here and call it a day.
Late night glow.